On the Family Search record search page, are you only searching for a person? There are two other ways that you could be searching for information about your ancestors, and we're going to talk about that today. Welcome to Family History Fanatics. Be sure to check the link in the description to the free resource guides that we have to help you climb your family tree. So how are you going to access those two new search forms? Let's go to Family Search website. We go to Search, Records, and here we're at Record page. You'll notice there are three main portals to get you into the record collections, and actually they go to different locations. So the first place that I'm going to walk you through is how to search for records based on the place where your ancestor lived. Now, one of the things you need to know, it needs to be a country, a province, or a state. It can't be a county level. If I try to type in Lubbock County, Texas, notice that drop down bar goes away. So instead, I have to start at the higher level, the state or the province. So click on Texas, and now you're going to see a number of different options. Depending on the location and the resources that Family Search has for you will depend on what you see. Let's start not over here on the indexed records, but let's start at the learning options. There are learning courses, so you can learn about how to research in northeastern Mexico and Texas, northern New Spain, locating records, and other videos that are about Texas in the Learning Center. Now, if you've watched our video about how to use the Family Search Wiki, then you already know that this section over here, going to the Family Search Wiki for Texas, is super helpful. You can click on that wiki page. It will take you to tips on how to do genealogy research in Texas. And then if you want to go down to a location such as Lubbock, click on Lubbock, and then I can go and learn about Lubbock genealogy. So this portal may be limited to just Texas, but there is a way to go to the local areas. And as a reminder, check out this video. The link will be in the description or in the pop-up card that comes here in just a minute. I want to show you some other options that you're going to see in some other locations. So if I check Botswana, Africa, it's just going to have the wiki. When I tried to do Baden, Germany, it didn't work, so I need to do Germany. And notice I have the learning courses, the Germany civil registration, Germany research with the wiki. There's the wiki, but there's also current indexing projects. Let's say you want more records in Saxony. Well, how about you come and contribute to indexing those records, and then they become searchable. That's kind of neat that there's these location portal pages that tell you how to learn something, what types of records are available, and then invites you to contribute to the research project. So be sure to check that out. Now over here on the right, you're going to see the index for historical records. And when you do a search, let's say you do a search for Erasmus Smith, and he was actually known as Deaf Smith in Alamo history, you can then go to records and notice they have a filter for United States and location. And then I'll be able to find different records and go through that for him. When you keep scrolling down, you're going to see other collections. Maybe you want to filter by collection. So maybe you just want the Texas birth certificates with the name of Erasmus Smith. I could type that back up there and then click search, and then it will be specific to just that collection. Now make sure you don't overlook the historical images collections that are on Family Search, and notice they are image only. If you can't find your ancestor through the search form up here, even though it's filtered to Texas, then come down and look at the image only record collections, and you'll find ones that you have to scroll through. The next one I want you to investigate is if you have found videos here on Family History Fanatics, such as tax records, probate records, land records, census records. If you know of a specific type of record that you want to look for, then you want to come and actually sort and filter the collections by type and title. Now, when you do a search by collection, you can put in a specific title if you know what it is, or you can type something like tax record. So here I typed in tax records, And you can see there's not a lot of tax records online. There's some for Tama County, Iowa, Allegheny, Maryland, Boston, Massachusetts, the state of Ohio, and then a specific county in Ohio. There aren't any other ones that are available to be searched, and that's okay. But let's try one that I know a lot of locations have, and that is probate records. Notice there's probate records in Alabama, Arkansas, Australia, Canada, England, Florida, Germany, Hawaii, and on and on and on. So what if you can't really see because there's too much information, you can't see your location? Then what you should do is you should type in, let's say, New Jersey. So that filters in to New Jersey, the state of New Jersey, and then it's also a collection that's specific to Middlesex County. So go ahead, if there are too many results in the specific type of collection, add a state. It's better to do a state rather than a county because, as you can see, there's just only one of these collections, these searchable collections that are under that location. If you don't find your collection there and you're thinking, well, I really thought it was online, then go do a place search or come up to search either the catalog or the wiki, and that would be a better option for you. So take advantage of these 2 additional ways to search for your ancestor from the Family Search record search page. You'll be able to hone in on specific details about your kin. You will also be able to learn a few techniques along the way, as well as give back to a free platform that gives us so much. For more tips and tricks on how to use Family Search, be sure to check the playlist at the top. And if you're ready for our latest video, be sure to check the one on the bottom. Okay, now that's all done. Let's see if they actually work. We'll see.